The history of CIBP begins long before its founding. It has its roots in the emergence of popular banks in the 19th century. At that time, economic disparities were already quite significant, with a large part of the population living in poverty and without access to banking services and financial resources. Cooperative and workers' protests then began to demand a fairer and more equitable economic and banking system. It was clear the need of creating financial institutions that could think about the specific needs of small communities and local entrepreneurs. Inspired by these movements that were spreading across Europe, in 1878, Abbé Ludovic de Besse founded the first popular bank, where artisans and merchants pooled their savings to finance each other's projects. At the beginning of the 20th century, the credit necessity of small traders and entrepreneurs continued to grow, and efforts to meet it were not sufficient. However, it was only after the First World War in 1918 that a law aimed at organizing credit for small and medium-sized companies was created. In it, popular banks gained the status of cooperative societies with their members as owners. In 1923, popular banks were entrusted with the responsibility of distributing government financing to artisans and artisanal companies. The role of popular banks is to democratize credit, thus allowing the middle class to integrate into the country's economy and contribute to its development. After the Second World War, cooperative banks played a key role in the reconstruction of Europe through cross-border trade and financial partnerships between small and medium-sized enterprises, which helped to create a new Europe, more prosperous, fair, and integrated. In 1949, Pierre Montfajon, president of Crédit Populaire de France, organized the first International Congress of Popular Credit to discuss the role of popular banks throughout Europe, which led a year later to the creation of the International Confederation of Crédit Populaire known as CICP. Popular credit institutions from Belgium, France, Italy, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands are part of the founding members of the CICP. Between 1950 and 1973, the CICP was chaired by the Belgian Jacques Bassin and had Robert Forsey as General Secretary, with the aim of creating an international network of popular credit institutions to promote the development of the middle class, small and medium-sized enterprises, and promote research and exchanges on credit concepts. In 1951, Germany, Canada, and Turkey became members. Switzerland joined a year later, and Austria in 1953. This was a period marked by the organization of large international congresses almost annually until 1961. In 1963, the first visual identity for CICP appeared, and in 1968 the logo combining plus and X was adopted, representing the idea that the addition of forces multiplies the efficiency of the whole, complemented by the slogan, "More and better for you." With the end of Bassin's mandate in 1973, the CICP underwent profound structural changes, and the presidency began to rotate among member countries with 3-year terms. France was the first country to take on the role, followed by Italy. At the Naples Congress in 1997, the Central Committee decided to exchange credit for Banque Populaire in the name of the Confederation, reflecting the changes taking place among its members. In Naples, CIBP adopts the Naples Charter, which emphasizes the ambition of international cooperation to promote the development of medium and small businesses, links with the local community, and a focus on innovation. In 1993, long before SEPA, Single Euro Payment Area, became a reality in 2014. Popular banks that are members of CIBP launched Tipinet, a system for cross-border payments. Always seeking a unification of ideals, communication, and image, CIBP adopted a single graphic charter for all its members in 1998. In 2004, CIBP moved its headquarters to Brussels, Belgium. Since the beginning of its journey to the present day, CIBP has undergone many changes, changing its name, logo, structure, and address, but our values and objectives remain the same. Contribute to the local economy and cooperative practices through international cooperation with social and ecological responsibilities. CIBP, we inspire, we share, we co-create, we belong.